Well, I have decided to swap that rolled cover out for a good undercover. I run undercovers for years and I loved them. And, I got talked into putting that roll cover on. And the roll cover is okay. It's easy to operate, but you can see the problem. It's not very airtight at all. You see how dirty my truck is inside? I couldn't even put a bed rug in this truck because it just got so much dust in it, and it also got water in it. And so I just really couldn't use it for what I had used it for. So I got a bed rug, and I've had that bed rug, and I wouldn't put it in because it simply would just ruin it with all that dust in there. So I think, Jamie, we need to take our power washer and power wash that out before we put that bed rug in there.
I think so. We'll get this off and take those brackets off and give it a bath.
So we got an undercover and a bed rug we're going to try to install. I run the undercover and the bed rug for years on my Ram trucks, and
does
they would just swap it from truck to truck.
Carpet go on top of that bed liner?
I guess it will go on there fine. I've not ever done one with that on there.
Let's see.
We'll see.
One of those didn't have a rubber
washer.
We'll
see. I think it should go on there just fine. And we'll see, because we really don't want to take that out. I think that bed rug should fit right over the top of it.
That'll fit, yeah.
We will see if it does or not. It might be make it a little tighter because the width of that, you know, because those are only about 1/8 of an inch or something. All the wider that stuff is. Good tough stuff though. But you can just see what happened there with all the dust that got in there, and it did it just instantly. I mean, it sucks dust in there like crazy. So we got, and I got a couple of side bags. I think I've got them in. We'll see. But I know I got a couple ordered, so I believe they come in. I haven't opened the boxes yet or anything. We wanted to share the whole deal with y'all and try to install this. It's always been installed for me, and Jamie and I decided, by golly, we'll do this ourselves. See what happens. This should be my side boxes. Take a look at those, see what they look like, Jamie.
Okay.
Yeah, when we start installing, we want to install in the shade.
Yeah, for sure.
We got plenty of shade around. Get these things open. That's an easy open. Easy open. Yeah, man, these are my saddlebag boxes right here. That's a knife. Now that's a knife right there. Woo-hoo. I love those knives. That's that. What's that? Something edge on these knives, Jamie? The ones we used to for deer hunting. Something edge.
Yeah,
outdoors edge or something. Outdoors edge or something.
Right.
You just swap those blades out. That blade gets dull, throw it away, get a new one. But if they'll last, you can gut out 3, 4, 5 deer or more. You can skin probably 3 with them. All right, let's see what we got here. Yep. Ah, looky there. That's what I'm talking about. Well, some nice boxes, Jamie.
Yeah, looks like they are.
Looky there, swing case. Yeah. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Woohoo! That'll hold a lot of stuff. All right. I got 2 of those, 1 for each side. I had those on my old truck too, and it worked really, really good. So we will be installing those. I'm the unboxer right now. The unboxer, not the boxer, the unboxer. Okay, you got one rail on over here that comes with, tells you where you put your clamps. You actually have 3 clamps on each side. And it's a little tricky getting those things on there and getting them really clamped down right, and make sure you get it down good and tight. And make sure you got them turned the right way.
Right, yeah.
They got pictures so you can follow the directions and see what you're doing. This is our third clamp there, so we just about got this this rail on that the cover will set in. Got one for the left side, one for the right side, obviously. Each of them's got 3 clamps. There's not really much of a lip up there to hold that thing, actually, because of that top rail that's on that. Might be a little bit more lip there. It's not going to be much more, no matter what.
Of course, I think that that top's got a little lip that goes over that. So,
yeah.
So really, that's just once that top secures to that, that's just keeping it from flying off. So.
Okay, that's the last bracket going in.
Last bracket.
Last bracket there. There's 3 brackets on each side, and that'll be our rail system, and everything else should get pretty easy.
Should pretty easy, yeah.
Yeah, this is like the most difficult part, putting those 6 on. Make sure you have them straight and get it clamped down good and everything. And it would have been better if Jamie had a bed rug to put his knees down on in there. That would have made that a little bit better.
Would have felt a lot better.
Since my buddy set the wrong bed rug, I've never ever owned a Ford. And he said a Ford 150 bed rug.
And that's about that. Probably after you go a little ways, you probably want to check the tightness of those again. I would think.
I'm gonna send Chuck a note and ask him. I got nothing ready to do.
So flip over.
You gotta flip over this way?
Yeah. Okay, now.
Okay.
All right,
now we go straight to the front?
Yep.
Alrighty. Ready. That plays way over there, don't it? Oh, yeah.
So now. All right. Okay. All right. Unfold it. We've got to center it front to back, side to side.
That'd be a good idea. Center front to back, side to side. What was that? I see something hanging down there. Oh, that's it.
That's just backing so that can come off, I think.
Yeah. Little piece of styrofoam.
Okay, so it needs to come backwards some.
It looks like it's a little bit too far forward. You pull it from back here?
Here it is. Yeah. Your front.
Truck Hero Ultraflex by Undercover. Well, that baby fits down on there good.
Is that latch?
It needs to go forward a little bit, don't it?
Well, I don't know.
I see it. Yeah, I see it's hitting just a little bit there.
Yeah. Or your side for sure.
Yeah, there you go, right there.
And I guess, assuming you're.
These bolts up here the only bolts you put in it?
No, it holds from the bottom. Those are, I think, just the deal that when you fold it up.
Oh, okay.
Assuming your cab's the same distance. That's 3 1/4. All right, we got 2 more pieces, I think, to put on, and we'll be done.
That's about it, isn't it?
That's about it.
That's the latch so you can
And that's, well, no, it's not before it's up, by what I understand. You're not supposed to transport it like this. You can transport it with it flat, and that's what this will keep that section there from flipping forward, yeah.
You can, is that as far as it lay up, or does it lay up against the back up a little bit more?
Well, it lay down one time. Yeah, I don't think you can go down the road with it like this. I don't think. I don't know though.
Well, if you had a bunch of stuff in there, you'd have stuff up against it couldn't shut, probably, you know?
Yeah.
If you're just having to go down the road with it open.
Well, I think about it ripping it out maybe. I don't know.
It'd probably break those plastic latches.
Yeah. I'll have to get in there to put those screws in, I guess. Can't quite getting leverage on it.
They've got. Well, they got that fits up in there to hold those.
Just a Phillips screw?
Yep. It's one Phillips screw and that's it, huh?
2.
I'll be dang. Yeah, 2 of them, I mean.
One on each hole.
1 for each hole.
Yeah. Oh, that rubber.
There you go.
What's
What's
that?
that got? Ooh.
It's got a little rubber on it. I don't know if that's supposed to be like a little thread locker or what, but I've never seen that before. Here, let me see.
How's that gonna hold it?
It screws into that.
Want it to go through that hole?
Huh? It screws into that. Right there.
Yeah, I know that.
It feels tight.
Feels pretty tight. Feels pretty tight.
That's one.
Pretty slickly engineered, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll leave it in one piece and I'll put together for you with all the wires and everything, and it makes a big difference.
Oh yeah.
Not having to assemble that thing is a big deal. That's a big deal. These are really good covers, these trifold covers like this. I should never let Danny talk me into changing.
Okay.
It's just a big heavy duty cover right here. Too.
Yeah.
A lot more quality seems to me like those roll top covers.
All
A lot
right.
of people like roll top covers, just I guess it's, that's why they make them. Yeah, people like that type, people like the trifold.
Yeah.
A lot of them like just one.
Have you stuck this one in over here?
No.
You got it? It laying there.
That's in. See it?
Yeah.
It's in. It's in there. Okay, so we're installed in, aren't we?
I installed and I spoke incorrectly reading this. It doesn't tell you can't go down the road with both of the rods up.
It doesn't tell you you
It
can't.
doesn't tell you can't either.
It's your option, but that way, if you had it like that, though, you put both rods on there where
Right.
it can't fall down.
Yeah, and
And
it's got a latch
Right,
at each
That way you can
each seam.
use it like this pickup bed.
Yeah,
It says
and
pickup bed. so you
those
got-
clips we just put on, if you wanted to only have it,
Right.
say you had something you just needed partial bed for.
Snap those
You
in
snap
there like
that
that.
down
Snap
and you
those right
can
in. And that way you can
use
have
that
the
for
back,
whatever,
half of it's a pickup, and then this part's down.
Right,
I've done that quite a bit.
I'm
with this.
thinking like a push mower. You know,
Yeah,
push mower where you
right.
fit underneath
Well, there's
there
a
and your handle will be up
A lot
there.
of things you might have in there that,
Yeah.
you
And then it's got a little spot
something
there.
that's not very wide, but it's tall.
Yeah.
Stick in there, you bet.
It's got a
You
spot
bet.
there if you want to clip that into
Right.
your strap.
Yep, pull that down, make that tight,
Yeah.
hold that tight.
It'll
So,
flip right. Well, I mean, it'll store right there.
Yep.
And that.
And every time you go down, it'll snap in place.
Yeah.
And now here's what you want to do. Here though, it's the important thing I remembered on this. No, you want to
Right.
shut that, and then put that down.
Yep.
Okay, here's something we learned. We've been messing with. You notice on the last video, this wasn't closing down good on this end. It must be really square, not just almost square. It needs to be square.
Well,
Particularly
yeah.
if you've got a liner in there like we have, and a liner in this, that's part
Yeah.
of it.
I
It's got to be square anyway, no matter what.
I think really to do this properly, if this wasn't a truck you were going to turn in, you were going to keep,
Right, yeah, we'll be
I would
swapping
take
around
and
with it, so like that,
and
huh?
cut that edge off
all the way
to
down.
where that would
Fit down.
fit on the middle.
Yeah.
And it would be just recessed and be probably about flush with that once it was down.
Right.
And that way this can get square, because what was happening is our little brackets are wanting to angle just a little bit.
A little bit, and now let the tailgate
Yeah.
hit and push that up just a
Which
little
we moved that forward. We were square, but we moved this forward, and that got our top out of square from our rails, and then that made this worse.
Shut it now.
So now it will.
Fasten down. It's got a fasten and latch on both
Yeah.
sides, and now you're going to be pretty waterproof. Pretty
Yeah.
dust-proof. Dust's going to get in about anything. Doesn't take anything for dust to get in. Anyway, there we go. That's the install of the. Okay, here's the deal. We've decided that that we're not going to put the swing cases on. The reason we're not going to put the swing cases on is because of the bed liner. With the bed liner in there, we're going to have to cut a hole over there for it. Now, if this was a truck I was going to keep for 100,000, 150,000 miles, 50,000 miles, whatever, I would do that. I'd go ahead and cut a hole in that. But since I'm going to swap this truck back in about another 10,000 miles, I don't want to leave a hole over there. I'd either have to leave the hole over there or leave my swing cases in. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hang on to my swing cases and put them in the next truck I get. And I'd like to have them. They're very, very handy. I've had them before and they're great. But it was an easy install on that. The key thing, make sure you have that squared, just like it says, squared from left to right and front to back where that thing will sit. Remember, when you're using this trifold case, this undercover case, you always want to shut the tailgate before you put your last flap down. And because if you don't, your tailgate's going to hit up against that. It can really mess it up. And then you just lock in each corner and you're locked in. And that's a lot better situation. Plus, I got all the back end of my truck cleaned out. And that's always good. Guys and girls, have you a great one out there. And remember, I sure do love you.